Conquer yourself or be conquered. Every day there's a war, and it's not out there. It's in your head, between the voice that pushes you forward and the one that holds you back, between discipline and distraction, between who you could be and who you've settled to be. You keep thinking the enemy is time or people or luck, but it's not. The enemy is you, your comfort, your fear, your excuses. You'll never win the world until you win the war within. So let's begin. Chapter 1. Face the enemy in the mirror. You wake up and you look away. You scroll. You rush. You pretend you're fine. But deep down, you know. You know the enemy is waiting for you in the mirror. It's not your boss, not your parents, not the world. It's you, the undisciplined, the distracted, the excuse maker hiding behind potential. You fought everyone but yourself. You've argued with fate, blamed time, cursed luck. But you've never stood face to face with the one person who keeps breaking every promise you make. You. 1. No more lies. You keep telling yourself stories. I'll start when I feel ready. I just need clarity. I'm tired. No, you're comfortable. You're not lost. You're avoiding the path that hurts. The truth? You already know what to do. You just don't want to pay the price. So stop lying. Stop protecting your ego like it's sacred. It's not sacred. It's the cage that's been holding your progress hostage. Every excuse you make is another wall between you and who you could be. Tear them down, one by one. You can't rebuild your life until you demolish the lies holding it up. 2. Own everything. Responsibility is not punishment. It's power. The moment you say, "It's on me," the war shifts in your favor. You can't control what happens, but you can control what you do about it. That's where freedom hides, in ownership. When you own your pain, it loses its power to define you. When you own your failures, they become tools. When you own your time, you stop wasting it. Say it out loud. I did this. I created this. I can change this. That sentence scares most people because it kills the victim inside them. Good. Let it die. You can't be both the victim and the warrior.
3. Stop negotiating with weakness. You know that voice. The one that whispers, 5 more minutes. The one that bargains, tomorrow I'll be better. That voice is the general of your inner enemy. Every time you negotiate, you lose ground. Weakness never compromises. It conquers. Discipline doesn't ask for your feelings. Discipline commands your actions. So stop debating whether you feel like it. Act first, feel later. Motion creates emotion. You want confidence? Do the thing. You want peace? Do the thing. You want respect? Do the thing, especially when you don't want to. That's how warriors move. That's how you reclaim control. 4. Look harder. Stand in front of the mirror and stay there. Don't flinch. Don't fix your hair. Don't hide. Just look. You'll see the truth, the missed chances, the wasted hours, the broken promises. Let it sting. Pain is proof you're alive. Let the mirror hurt you today so life doesn't have to hurt you tomorrow. Then look again and see something else. Potential, grit, the part of you that's still fighting. That's your soldier. That's who this war is for. You can't build a kingdom if you refuse to survey the battlefield. Look, own, advance. 5. Build inner discipline. Discipline isn't punishment, it's permission. permission to trust yourself again. Every small promise kept rebuilds self-respect. You don't need motivation, you need momentum. Do one hard thing, just one, and stack another on top. Discipline compounds. Miss a day and weakness compounds. Your habits are your army. Train them, lead them, feed them daily. When your mind screams stop, whisper back, watch me. That's how soldiers are made, in silence, in sweat, unseen by applause.
6. Remember why you fight. You're not fighting to impress anyone. You're fighting to be proud when you face yourself. You're fighting for peace, for control, for freedom from the chaos inside. That's the victory that lasts. Cars, status, followers, they fade. But the quiet pride of self-respect stays. Every rep, every late night, every early morning, it's not about success. It's about self-dominion. It's about looking in that mirror tomorrow and saying, I'm not who I was yesterday. That's winning. That's war. 7. Burn the excuses. Delete the stories that say you can't. Erase someday. Destroy if only. Those words are traps dressed as comfort. The truth is simple. You either make progress or you make excuses. Both can't live in the same mind. Pick one. Because every time you justify weakness, you strengthen it. And every time you reject it, you sharpen your edge. So burn the excuses. Feel the heat. That fire, it's your new drive. 8. Win small, win daily. People think victory is one big event. It's not. It's every small choice that no one sees. The workout you finish, the temptation you resist, the hour you focus while others scroll. That's where the war is won. In the boring, invisible repetitions of self-control. Consistency is how you assassinate the old you, one small win at a time. 9. Respect the struggle. You're not supposed to have it easy. If it's easy, it's useless. Struggle builds certainty. Certainty builds confidence. Confidence builds peace. So when the day feels heavy, don't escape it. Embrace it. Every ounce of resistance is training. Every obstacle is the gym for your mind. Don't pray for lighter loads. Pray for stronger shoulders. 10. Face the mirror again. At the end of today, return to that mirror. Ask one question. Did I conquer or did I comply? Be honest. No filters, no self-help slogans, just truth. If you conquered, good. Do it again tomorrow. If you complied, good. You just found your weakness. Attack it tomorrow. This is how warriors are built, not by perfection, but by relentless confrontation. Because the mirror doesn't lie. It reflects the enemy. It reflects the soldier. And which one you see depends on who wins today.
Chapter 2. Discipline over emotion. You think you need to feel ready. You think you need motivation, inspiration, a sign. You don't. You need discipline. Because emotion is a liar. It tells you you're tired when you're untrained. It tells you you're done when you've barely started. It tells you to rest when you haven't earned it. Emotion talks. Discipline acts. And that's the difference between people who dream and people who do. 1. The illusion of motivation. You wait for the feeling, the spark, the mood, the perfect energy, but it never comes. Or when it does, it disappears before you even begin. Because motivation is not fuel, it's sugar. It burns fast, leaves you empty, and makes you weak. You don't need another motivational quote. You need a decision. You need the ability to move even when you don't want to.
That's discipline, doing what needs to be done, not what feels good. So, stop chasing the spark. Build the fire. With repetition, with structure, with self-respect. 2. Emotion is chaos. Emotion isn't the enemy, but it's unstable. It shifts like weather. One minute you're ready to conquer the world, the next you can't even get out of bed. If you live by emotion, you'll live like a storm, violent, beautiful, but without direction. If you live by discipline, you become the mountain. Still, focused, immovable. You can feel everything, anger, sadness, fear, but you don't obey them. You let emotion be the fuel, not the driver, because the driver is discipline. Always.
3. Emotion makes you weak. Discipline makes you dangerous. When you follow emotion, you drift. When you follow discipline, you dominate. Emotion wants comfort. Discipline demands progress. Emotion says not today. Discipline says especially today. You'll never meet a powerful person who obeys their feelings. Powerful people command their feelings. They use pain as pressure. They use fear as direction. They use fatigue as feedback. And they move every day, every time, without permission from emotion. 4. Routine is your weapon. Your routine is your armor. It's what stands between chaos and control. It's not boring, it's sacred. You wake up, you move, you create order before the world creates noise. That's how you win the day. Not with hype, but with habit. You don't rise to the level of your feelings. You fall to the level of your systems. A warrior doesn't ask, "Do I feel like training today?" He trains because that's who he is. Because if you only work when you're motivated, you'll never be consistent enough to win. Discipline is consistency. Consistency is mastery. And mastery is freedom. 5. The trap of balance. They'll tell you, relax more. Don't be so hard on yourself. Find balance. But what they mean is, settle. Slow down. Be like us. Balance isn't comfort. It's control. And control doesn't come from resting more. It comes from being stronger than your impulses. You don't need balance. You need alignment. You need your actions to match your purpose. If your purpose is greatness, then your balance will look like obsession. And that's okay, because obsession with purpose feels better than comfort without it.
6. Discipline builds trust with yourself. Every time you do what you said you'd do, you build credibility with yourself. Every broken promise kills it. That's why most people can't stay consistent. They don't believe their own word anymore. They've betrayed themselves too many times. Discipline rebuilds that trust, one small win at a time. You said you'd wake up earlier? You did. You said you'd train? You did. You said you'd stay focused? You did. That's not self-help. That's self-respect. And when you start respecting yourself, you stop negotiating with weakness. 8. Discipline is freedom. It sounds backwards, doesn't it? How can restriction create freedom? Because freedom without control is chaos, and control comes from structure. The disciplined mind doesn't need external rules. It becomes its own authority. You don't rely on moods or pressure or deadlines. You rely on standards. Freedom isn't doing what you want. It's doing what you must without needing anyone to remind you. That's power. That's peace. 9. Pain is the price of power. If discipline feels painful, good. That means you're changing. Growth is supposed to hurt. It's the tearing of old comfort. Every rep, every early morning, every quiet no builds strength in the shadows.
People who run from pain also run from progress. But you don't run anymore. You chase it because you understand pain is the tuition for power, and no one graduates from greatness without paying it in full.
9. Discipline is love. Discipline isn't cruelty, it's care. It's saying, I love myself enough to demand more. It's saying, I deserve better than my excuses. You can't claim to love yourself while you constantly betray your potential. Real love is correction. Real love says, do better, because you can, because you must. That's what discipline is. Tough love directed inward, not to break you, but to rebuild you stronger. 10. Command, don't complain. No one's coming to save you. Not motivation, not luck, not anyone. If you want change, command it. You don't need to hope you'll be consistent. You decide to be. You don't need to wish for control. You build it through repetition. You don't need to feel ready. You act and readiness follows. The disciplined don't wait for direction. They are the direction. You want to conquer yourself? Stop feeling. Start following through. When emotion screams stop, discipline whispers again. And that's the whisper that separates ordinary from unstoppable. Because emotions fade, feelings lie, but discipline never leaves you. It stays, it builds, it wins.
Chapter 3. Kill the comfort. Comfort looks harmless. It feels soft. It feels safe. But it's the most dangerous thing you'll ever face. Comfort doesn't destroy you suddenly. It dissolves you slowly. One skipped workout. One delayed task. One I'll do it tomorrow. That's how warriors rot. Quietly. Comfortably. If you want power, you have to kill it. Not manage it, not balance it, kill it. 1. Comfort is the enemy of growth. Growth only happens under pressure. Your muscles tear before they grow. Your mind breaks before it expands. Comfort cancels that pressure. It convinces you you're fine when you're falling behind. It replaces challenge with entertainment, progress with distraction. It tells you you've done enough. But enough is the language of mediocrity. You don't get stronger in the warm water. You get stronger in the storm. So step back into the storm and stay there. 2. The addiction you don't notice. Comfort is a drug. Invisible, cheap, legal. The more you take, the weaker you get. And like any drug, it feels amazing while it kills you. Netflix, snooze buttons, endless scrolling. Comfort is the dopamine dealer of your destruction. Every time you choose ease over effort, you teach your brain that softness is safety, and it keeps coming back for another hit. Break the addiction. Starve it. Make discomfort your new normal. 3. Comfort lies, progress hurts. Comfort says you're okay. Pain says you're changing. Learn the difference. If your goals don't scare you, they're too small. If your daily routine doesn't stretch you, you're shrinking. Stop chasing ease. Ease is the enemy of excellence. Choose the path that burns a little. Because the burn means you're alive. The burn means you're building. 4. Seek friction. Most people avoid friction. Winners hunt for it. Friction builds fire. Friction builds focus. Friction builds form. When something feels uncomfortable, that's the exact signal that you're in the right place. That's where adaptation begins. So go where it's hard. Sit in the silence. Lift when you're weak. Speak when you're scared. That's how steel is made, in resistance. 5. Comfort breeds regret. Regret doesn't come from trying and failing. It comes from staying still. Years from now, you won't remember the nights you rested. You'll remember the moments you quit. You'll remember when you said, not today, and it became never.
Every second of comfort steals a piece of your potential. Regret is comfort's final invoice. Don't pay it.
6. Pain is proof of life. People say they want peace, but peace doesn't mean the absence of struggle. It means the mastery of it. Pain isn't punishment. It's feedback. It's life tapping you on the shoulder saying, "Wake up, you're capable of more." If you can feel pain, you can feel progress. So stop asking for easy. Ask for capacity. Ask for weight. Ask for challenge. 7. Train discomfort daily. Don't wait for life to test you. Test yourself. Do something hard on purpose every day. Cold shower, extra mile, early wake up, silence instead of scrolling. Tiny battles build massive strength. You don't grow by accident. You grow by training adversity. When you practice discomfort, chaos can't surprise you anymore. You'll stop reacting. You'll start responding. That's mastery. 8. Comfort makes you forget who you are. When life gets too easy, you start losing the hunger that built you. Comfort makes lions act like house cats. It makes killers turn into spectators. It makes warriors forget the war. Remember who you were before comfort softened you. The version that wanted more. The version that worked, hungry, tired, unseen. That version is still inside you, waiting to fight again. 9. Make hard the default. The goal isn't to be uncomfortable once. It's to make discomfort your default. You wake up early not to prove anything, but because it's what you do. You train when it hurts because it's who you are. When hard becomes normal, comfort loses its control over you. That's how freedom feels. Raw, simple, earned. 10. Kill it, don't negotiate. Comfort will beg for mercy. It will promise moderation. It will whisper, just today. Don't listen. You don't negotiate with an enemy. You eliminate it. Every time you choose the harder path, you stab comfort in the heart. Kill it today so it never comes back tomorrow. Because once you stop fearing discomfort, the world stops controlling you. You do. You command. You win. Comfort won't die quietly. It'll scream. Let it. That sound, that's your freedom being born. Chapter 4. Silence the noise. The world is loud. Everyone's shouting. Opinions, news, chaos, distraction. And in the middle of it, you've forgotten your own voice. Noise kills clarity. Noise feeds confusion. Noise is the modern weapon of weakness. You don't need more information. You need isolation. You need silence, the kind that scares most people because it forces them to hear themselves. 1. Attention is the new currency. Your time used to be valuable. Now your attention is the gold they mine. Every app, every alert, every trend, they all fight to steal seconds from your soul. And you just give it away. Scroll after scroll, video after video, dopamine after dopamine. They don't need your money. They need your focus. Because if they control your focus, they control your future. You want to win? Take your focus back. 2. The cost of noise. Noise looks harmless, but it's lethal. It keeps your mind busy so your purpose stays asleep. You can't build anything meaningful when you're overstimulated. Every distraction weakens your depth. Every unnecessary opinion dilutes your direction. You wonder why you feel lost? Because your compass is buried under notifications. 3. Cut the world out. You don't need everyone's input. You don't need validation. You need silence. Turn the phone off. Disappear for a while. Let the world scream. Don't answer. When you remove the noise, you'll meet the voice that actually matters, your own.
And that voice will guide you better than any influencer, podcast, or algorithm ever could.
4. Solitude is strength. Weak people avoid being alone because silence exposes the truth. Strong people seek silence because that's where the truth strengthens them. You're not antisocial, you're focused. You're not distant, you're disciplined. Learn to be alone without feeling lonely because silence isn't empty, it's full of answers. 5. The rule of quiet power. Speak less, move more. Listen more, react less. Think before responding. Silence isn't weakness, it's strategy. People who always need to talk reveal their insecurity. People who can stay quiet project control. Stillness is dominance. So stop announcing your every move. Execute in silence. Let your results make the noise. Because real power doesn't shout, it whispers, and everyone still hears it.
Chapter 5. Detach from approval. Approval is a leash, and you've been wearing it for too long. Every like, every compliment, every opinion, you feed on them, and they control you. You can't be free while you need to be liked. You can't lead while you crave to be followed. Approval is the addiction that makes warriors obedient. Cut the leash. 1. Validation is the modern drug. You post, you wait, you refresh. Dopamine hits. Someone approves, and suddenly you matter. But what happens when no one reacts? You crash. You question your worth. That's the proof. You're addicted. An addiction means control. Stop begging the world to tell you you're enough. You were enough before they noticed. 2. Opinions are noise. They'll always talk. They'll misjudge, misunderstand, mislabel. Let them. Their opinion doesn't pay your rent. Their approval doesn't build your discipline. Their applause doesn't make your purpose real. You're not here to be understood. You're here to be undeniable. 3. Walk alone. Every leader walks through isolation before impact. The crowd only cheers once you've proven what they couldn't see. You don't need people to clap for you. You need people to remember you. And that only happens when you dare to walk the road they avoid. Solitude builds self-trust. Self-trust builds certainty. And certainty, that's freedom. 4. Detach or die ordinary. You either detach from approval or stay enslaved to it forever. There's no middle ground. People who need validation live soft lives. They bend, they pause, they please. You can't please and conquer at the same time. Be misunderstood. Be doubted. Be alone. That's the tax of greatness. Pay it gladly. Because when you no longer need them, they no longer own you.
Chapter 6. Suffer on purpose. You want to grow? Then stop running from suffering. It's not punishment, it's the process. Pain is the gatekeeper of transformation, and the weak spend their lives avoiding the gate. You say you want peace, power, purpose. Then suffer for them. You don't deserve what you haven't endured. 1. Pain is the teacher. Every lesson you've truly learned came through pain. Heartbreak taught you boundaries. Failure taught you resilience. Loss taught you gratitude. Pain refines what comfort hides. It doesn't destroy you, it defines you. Stop escaping it. Start learning from it. 2. Voluntary discomfort. Don't wait for life to break you. Break yourself. Wake up early, train harder, face rejection, choose the challenge that terrifies you. Because when suffering becomes a choice, it stops being suffering. It becomes training. 3. The gift of struggle. Every scar you carry is proof that you kept moving when it hurt. Scars aren't shame, they're evidence. People who run from struggle never develop depth. People who stay through it, they find peace on the other side. Suffering cleanses. It burns away illusion and leaves only truth. 4. Pain equals presence. Pain brings you to the moment. When you're hurting, you're not distracted. You're alive, alert, aware. That's why pain is sacred. It forces you to feel. Use that focus. Channel it. That's where growth hides. Stop fearing pain. Start respecting it. Because suffering isn't the enemy, it's the entry fee for greatness.
Chapter 7. Focus is a weapon. Focus isn't attention, it's war strategy. It's choosing one target and eliminating everything else. It's control, and control equals power. You lose your focus, you lose your fire. You lose your fire, you lose yourself. 1. Scatter equals weakness. Multitasking is modern self-sabotage. Doing everything means mastering nothing. You're not busy, you're unfocused. You don't lack time, you lack priorities. Pick one mission and bleed for it. Everything else is noise disguised as productivity. 2. Focus builds momentum. Energy follows attention. Whatever you feed grows. Feed the distraction, it multiplies. Feed the goal, it accelerates. The longer you stay focused, the more momentum builds. And momentum is how average turns into unstoppable. 3. Protect your focus. Not everyone deserves your access. Not every notification deserves your glance. Protect your mental battlefield like a fortress. Say no. Often. Ruthlessly. Every no to distraction is a yes to dominance. 4. Focus outlasts talent. Talent without focus burns out. Focus without talent still wins, because focus compounds. Every day you stay locked in, you get sharper, more dangerous, more precise. You don't need to be the best, you need to be the most consistent. Focus isn't a gift, it's a decision, and it's one you make every single day.
Chapter 8. Turn fear into fire. Fear isn't your enemy, it's your signal. It shows you where the growth is hiding. What you fear most is often what you most need to face. Fear means there's something on the line. And that's good. That means you still care. 1. Fear is energy. Fear is just energy misdirected. You can freeze with it, or you can fuel with it. Adrenaline and anxiety are the same chemical. The difference is direction. Turn the fear forward. Aim it. Move through it. 2. Face it or feed it. Every time you avoid fear, it grows. Every time you face it, it shrinks. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's forward motion in spite of it. Run toward it. Speak when your voice shakes. Try when failure feels certain. That's how you convert fear into power. Fear exposes weakness. Fear shows you where you're still soft. Good, now you know where to train. Don't hide from fear, hunt it. Every fear faced is strength forged. You grow stronger by attacking the weakness, not protecting it. The warrior's rule. When fear whispers stop, you respond, watch me. That's the moment you separate yourself, because fear never leaves, it just changes form. And every battle you win against it makes you harder to shake, harder to break. Fear is not the fire extinguisher. It's the spark. So light it and burn brighter.
Chapter 9. The Power of Relentlessness. Relentless means you don't stop. Not for fatigue, not for failure, not for fear. It's not about being perfect. It's about being unstoppable. Relentless people don't need permission. They don't wait for signs. They just keep moving. 1. Relentlessness beats everything. Talent fades. Luck runs out. Motivation dies, but relentlessness endures. The one who refuses to quit always beats the one who started stronger. Fall, but forward. You'll fall. Everyone does. But relentless people fall forward. They use failure as momentum. You're not broken. You're being built. Every setback is a step if you refuse to stop walking. No finish line. There's no final victory. The war never ends. It just evolves. When you win one battle, another begins. That's not punishment. That's purpose. Because purpose needs motion. And motion means life. Stay moving, stay building, stay relentless. Fatigue is a mirage. You're not as tired as you think. You're just out of focus. Fatigue fades when purpose returns. You can rest later. Right now, you move, because motion destroys doubt, and doubt is the true drain on your energy. The relentless don't wait for the world to move. They are the movement.
Chapter 10. Victory is never final. You think the war ends when you win? It doesn't. Winning is just round one. The moment you relax, the old you starts rebuilding. Comfort returns. Distraction sneaks in. And the war within reignites. So you stay sharp. You stay humble. You keep fighting. 1. The illusion of arrival. There's no made it. There's only maintaining it. People lose themselves right after success because they confuse victory with finality. Don't celebrate too long. Don't slow down. Celebrate, then sharpen again. 2. Success can sedate you. Winning feels good. That's why it's dangerous. It can numb your hunger, soften your edge, make you forget the climb. Never let success make you comfortable. Success should make you hungrier, more focused, more precise. Stay a student even after the applause. 3. Every day is day one. Reset daily. Every sunrise is a restart. Every win expires at midnight. You conquered yesterday. Congratulations. Now do it again. Do it better. Do it sharper. Greatness isn't a destination. It's a repetition. 4. The eternal war. The war within never ends. And that's the beauty of it. It means you're alive. It means you still have something to fight for. You don't stop fighting because you're tired. You stop when you're done. And you're never done. Because victory isn't final. Defeat isn't fatal. Only surrender is permanent. So stay in the war and keep winning within.